In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Knights' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Signal goes into the air and he makes the fair catch at the 10. Gets set, first down. Wide out in motion. They'll give it to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back gets to give. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to pass. It's Hart. Finds his tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He's got his man. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And this young true freshman, he's got to keep his composure here because he can smell his first collegiate touchdown is right on the horizon. His eyes are getting big. Ball security. That has got to be at a premium right now for this young man.
Wide receiver shows motion. He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNC! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Trying to get outside on the jet sweep. Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Handoff from the gun. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Knights want to crank the tempo. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short now. The offense in hurry-up mode. Looks as if he's going to run it. Nothing but green ahead. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Knights are moving quickly down the field.
And this defense knew coming into the game with this quarterback's speed, David, they were going to have to be ready for him to tuck the ball and take off running.
But it doesn't matter. You know it, but he's so fast. You don't know about the angles, and you can't tell how fast till you get in the game. And he just takes off and makes big plays with his feet.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, North Carolina 7, UCF 0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The Knights will try to punch it in on first and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! That kind of speed behind center is a weapon that almost any defense will have trouble stopping.
No doubt about it, Reese. They need this guy to carry the ball at least 15 times a game because of that speed you just talked about. You just saw what this guy can do out in the open field. There's not a lot of running backs out there that have speed like he does. Man, what a weapon.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Handoff to the lone back. At the 45 on his way. Flying down the right side. Inside the 10. Touchdown Tar Heels. And once he got loose, it was all over.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. To the air. It's Sparks. Gets it out quickly. Gets away from one, finds some space. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
This offense has a second down play. He'll put the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The run to the right. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll go right back to him. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. He now has 56 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Flips it out to the back. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Knights! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Release to the back. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
And the UCF offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
The run from the shotgun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, Give on the inside. He's now up to 75 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. The give on the inside. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Offense in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
A little release to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Apparently not tempted to kick the 45-yard field goal. They'll go for it on 4th and short. On the move. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now improvising. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the slant route is a good man beater on offense. So defensively, if you're going to knock that away, you have got to be physical at the line of scrimmage. You've got to stay in that hip pocket with the wide receiver. You saw a great example of that.
On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And with that miss, still down by a deuce and missing an opportunity to take the lead. just enough time for one final play in this half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, North Carolina.
Just a precious few ticks remaining. This likely the final play of the first half. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Sparks. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Reels it in down the left side. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, UCF! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Number 83. Catches score.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Now on the move. Into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and they now lead by a touchdown, a 6-point edge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To throw, it's Hart. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Loss of 11.
And what a great way to start the second half if you're on defense. You did some really good things in that first half, and so you set the tone here early by getting a sack, and you were sending a clear message to this offense that this second half ain't going to be easy.
Makes a move. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. think about that? Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Defense looks like they're coming. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. The Knights headed quickly to the line. Might as well give it to him again. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Knights! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Wide out in motion. Using his feet. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
14.
Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further. Signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, UCF! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
North Carolina, 14.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop, and you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Floats it out in space. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end. I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your 2nd sack. It's only the 3rd quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He fires to the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is...
And the ball is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back.